And don't forget, we're in the awesome period, Zongi and Tessa from Shooter Brands, bringing you another installment of Coffee Conversations. I'm super excited because our guest today, his bio says, everything I touch turns popular. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, touch me.
Damn.
How you doing, Mr. Brotherman Toolz?
I'm super well. I'm so happy that I'm here. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. My first question I always ask is, who is Toolz?
Oof. I've only got an hour. Toolz is, oh my god, this is so weird. I'm talking in the third person, but it wouldn't be the first time. Fun, energetic, loves Beyonce.
You and Beyonce share a birthday.
No, Beyonce shares a birthday with me. Cool, energetic, the life of the party,
Yes.
and unforgettable.
Oh yes.
That's what I'd love to describe myself as, and also caring. Like I would always want to be known as a caring human being.
That's good. So if you had to describe yourself using a movie title.
Wait until exhale. I'm joking. Ooh, that's a good one. I think it would have to be a horror, but with a lot of comedy and like a slasher flick with something. I don't know. We'll have to come back with that one. Maybe your viewers can comment below and tell.
Horror with a slasher.
But it was funny, you know, like I'm always the black person always dies first. So
you survived.
Yeah. Totes. It's my movie. It's I'm the feature film. You know how the blonde bimbo runs up the stairs, you
and
know?
then it's like she runs towards the noise and it's like, no!
Girl, what you doing? Yeah, exactly.
You're the one who's like, oh, there's noise.
Exactly. Surviving. Yeah. So, but I don't know. I think one flew over the cuckoo's nest. It's the first one I came up with, I guess, and yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, or Clockwork Orange or something like that. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, so
I'm a lot. It's like
that's good.
It's a feature film. It's a lot.
But that's good. That means like there's never a dull moment with you.
Who wants to be dull? Who wants to be beige? Who wants to be grey? That's so boring to be mediocre. I'd hate for someone to say they met me and I'm like, who is that again? I would be hacked off. Don't ever not remember me. Yeah, because I have to make an impact.
Yeah.
You know, with people, and this is me 24/7. It's just me. I don't know.
But has it always been you from a young age, or were you like, okay, once upon and you like sat down and you're like, okay, I'm gonna be strategic about the things I do now, so I'm gonna be extra.
No, it's just been who I've been since growing up. You know, I wanted to be April O'Neil while the other boys were wanting to be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You're like, save me! You know, Spot the Gay Kid. It was, I've always been extra. It's like whenever and friends of mine send me memes of kids like dancing sometimes in random spots doing the most. Like I go, why is my kid doing this? What is my kid doing? So yeah.
Okay, and what would you say has been like, your favorite childhood memory?
Oh, my favorite childhood memory. Funny enough, it would have to be driving down to Durban with my parents, and we'd listen to Shirley Bassey, Whitney Houston, all of it. Like that from that early age, you know, those family moments, and just my childhood. I had I'm so blessed to be brought up in such an amazing household and home with my parents. I think that was just those memories and those growing up was just amazing. Yeah.
So you learn as this PR guru. And before you opened up your company,
Yeah.
what was the 9 to 5?
I worked for a retail shop, which we will not name, which is terrible. Ed Hardy. I was working in retail and I was a marketing manager for a while, and then I became the national marketing manager. And then one morning I hated my job. You know, the management of it changed, and I didn't like the owners, and I don't cry ever at work, and this was one of the times when I did, and you know, because it's like if you want to cry outside, when it comes to work. And then my dad said to me, "You're not a tree. If you don't like the situation you're in, change it." Then I started brand ambassadors the next day. I resigned and I started my business then.
Wow, that was like, okay. I could take a thing or two.
I mean, it's had its trials and tribulations, but you know, it was the most empowering thing to leave a situation that I was not happy in and start a new thing without knowing the direction or where I'm going to go. I mean, I don't advise it, obviously, but it's definitely something that was rewarding in itself, you know. Normally, I'm such a Virgo that I would want to know the next steps before I go into the next thing. But this time, it was let live and let God.
Yes. And what would you say have been some of the highs and lows of this journey?
Well, I think from the lowest point of view is that, you know, I'm such a control freak in terms of just controlling everything and making things want to work. So I'm so pedantic with 24 hours. If you haven't responded to my email in 24 hours, what's going on? Hello. Or, you know, that sort of work ethic, and just that I can't control people the way how I work in certain terms of just get the job done. So that's been like a low. I mean, also, you know, when you essentially owning your own business, it's hard to see that sometimes you don't get income, and it's also sometimes it's, you know, chasing out clients for money or stuff like that. Dealing with incompetent staff or things that go wrong that you can't control, that sometimes the media put out, and you know.
What the hell?
Exactly. Some of the highs which I've experienced. I did an amazing activation with Brutal Fruit years ago, where 1,500 girls came for a glamping experience, and we had Bonan come in our helicopter, Poppy was emceeing and DJing. It was all about gardening, fashion, saving your money, you know, just decor. It was an all-encompassing glamping experience for these girls, which was one of the most amazing experiences I did with the Brutal Fruit team. Dr. 90210 of Hollywood fame, he came and I did his book tour for a month with him. It was grueling and exhausting, but it was very rewarding at the end of it. You know, just the moment that you see all the press come out, and you know, and where it's just amazing, then it was just lovely and great. And just seeing my clients, you know, especially some of the celebrity clients where I've seen them catapult their careers from, you know, from sometimes nothing, or sometimes being a household brand and me enhancing them, and you know, and then the rest of the country supporting that. You know, I can't influence something like Leanne Liebenberg winning Sexiest Woman 6 times in a row. I can't. That is her at the end of the day, and you know, and that's an accolade. It's not, you know, from her business. Her work is what she does. Getting that award is the cherry on top. It says that people love what you're doing. People think you're hot, you know, basically. And just like stuff like that is just, it's great to be acknowledged in that sort of way. I love it.
Awesome. So what have you learned about yourself? You know, opening up a business, you know, seeing the highs and the lows, and being where you're at right now.
That I need to be patient, and that I can't control everything. That I've learned that it's not 9 to 5.
Yeah.
When you work on your own business and when working for yourself, every hour needs to be dedicated into achieving your goal and working on your business and your craft. You're not, and also learning that I'm not the best at what I do, and always improving and finding innovative ways to do my job. I think those were some fundamental key things I've learned over the years of doing PR.
Yes. What would you say is like your one tip for people to network better? Because they're just like network, and you're like.
I think the most important thing, and which people always say to me, is that you have such a good memory, and it's not. So I know a lot of press people, and I always am real with them. If you just had a baby, I'm not going to say, oh, did you get my press release when I see you again? I'm saying, oh, you had a baby, I saw that you had, have a relatable relationship.
Okay.
And that's real and not fickle, because a lot of PR people tend to, just focus on their work. I know that it's a job, but also at the end of the day, the press and media are also people, and to form a relationship, it's not just about, getting work done, You don't work in the office with these people, especially when it comes to PR. It's public relations. You need to form a relationship with them, and sometimes outside of just the normal working day to day. So I think being authentic, which I get a lot, which I get told that I am a lot, and just being real with people, and that's networking and saying, oh yes, and just focusing on them more so than yourself, because there's nothing worse than someone being narcissistic. Nobody likes a Kim Kardashian.
Okay, honey, I'll take those notes. What would you say is the one thing you can't live without?
Definitely my phone. I think music and my phone, I'm obsessed with both. I wake up with music every morning, and I check. I've got my phone wherever I am. I feel like I've lost a limb. Like one time we were in Neisner, and a friend of mine and myself, our phones were dead. And we didn't have any reception, so we were just like, oh, we might as well just leave them. Oh, what a mess. So we went to dinner and we're like, oh, what, we're meant to talk to each other now? So we were text across the table, but it was very jarring. But I think definitely music and my phone.
What is that one quote that you try to live by?
Bitch! No. I would say, oh yes, queen! Yes, queen! Actually, I think it would be that.
I like that.
I think like what my dad said, when I was in the worst possible situation ever. He said that you're not a tree. If you don't like the situation you're in, change it.
So earlier on, we were like a young conversation, and he's like, wait, hold on.
I mean.
He's like, hashtag.
Well, I just turned 34, so.
You would never say.
Oh, bless your heart. What do you want? I think. No, I mean, like the culture, the youth culture is like, what is a nasty sea? Like, what is going on? Like, and why are we putting tattoos on our faces?
Okay, I also don't understand.
The dreadlocks, like, so I don't get it. I used to be a cool kid, and I accept that. That's fine. I'm over the hill. I'm 34. I get it. There's a new wave of kids coming through with lit, popping, whatever.
Hey, what's up? Hey.
I mean, it looks retarded if I do any of that, I'm old, it's like watching your parents dance. It's like weird. So I leave it to you guys, the youth. Nope. Oh no, honey, no.
Alright. Okay. I think one of my closing questions would be: what are your thoughts on the current state of PR in SA?
I think we have a lot to learn. There's great people that are working in the lifestyle PR space, but we're still such a young industry, and we have so much potential to do amazing, great, phenomenal things. And I wish it all to everybody. You know, people think I'm a bitch. I'm actually not. I'm actually a nice person when it comes down to it. And I just want to. There's space for everyone in the industry. People think that it's really bitchy and people are against each other. Goodbye. I don't have time for that. We work together. If you work together, you can all achieve the same goal in what you want, you know? The sum of what? Let me not quote. The sum of all parts is greater than one. Sounds right. Yes! Yeah!
That's a new quote, John.
Yeah. No, I think it's an actual quote, though. Like, yeah. But I don't know who quoted it. But if anybody hasn't taken it, I'll take it.
Okay.
So, but I think I think it's still a young industry, and so much innovation is still. There's so much potential to be done, and especially in the lifestyle space. You know, I go to so many events and see so many things. You know, and sometimes I've seen and done it all. You know, not to sound like a pompous prick, but I'm. Like, let's elevate it.
Yes.
Darling, let's elevate it, darling. You know
Yes.
what I mean? Yeah.
Did I say it right? Yes.
Yes. You know, you got a queen. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. I try. Last question.
Yes.
Are you happy?
Sure. It's a loaded question, right? It really is a loaded question. I say right now, yes, I am. There was a time when I wasn't, and you know, contrary to popular belief, you know, you can't be I woke up like this all the time. But you know, there was a time when I wasn't, and I went to go seek professional help for it, and it made me a better person for it. And going through that, you know, I learned so much about myself to be in the space where I am now. Happy. Drops mic. Boom.
Okay. But before I let you go, we're gonna do a quick rapid fire questions.
Oh God, this makes me nervous. Okay. Okay, yeah. Wait.
3, 2, 1. Favorite color?
Red.
Indoors or outdoors?
Outdoors if it's sunny.
Secret talent? Complete the sentence. When I dance, I look like
Beyonce.
What color is your toothbrush?
Blue and white.
What were you like 10 years ago?
Still as extra and a loudmouth as ever.
Yes. Chocolate or caramel?
Chocolate.
Who was the last person you texted?
Chris.
Okay. And what's that one word you always misspell?
Yo! It's on the tip of my tongue. Available.
Okay.
Available.
I bet the one that's you.
No.
Oh my gosh! I think I've come to the end. Can't believe it.
Yeah, it's very sad.
I've learned a lot about you though.
Have you?
Yeah. I love that quote by your dad. What? You're not a tree, so don't like
The situation you're in, change it.
change it.
Yeah. I'm a lot, and I'm a mess, I know.
No, you're not. You're quite put together for this mess. He's very put together.
Honey, a lot of it takes a village. Takes a village to get this mess together, but yeah.
Yes, and
thank you so much for having me.
You're awesome. You dope. Like, I'm gonna invite you again. Give me tips.
Yes.
Touch me again. Like, extra popular, extra.
Yes.
Yes.
Like and subscribe.
Yes.